Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking some time to click on this video. I have my CVS haul for you. This is the second week of the ad, so I try to do some different things as best as I could to kind of try to mix things up a little bit. So we'll jump over here. I have some clearance finds. I'm not really counting that in my haul. I wasn't even going to like show it, but then I thought, well, maybe you want to look for them in your store. So we'll just go over them real quick. So a lot of the items, the winter items in my store, are all tagged as being 50% off. But if you scan them, most of them are 75% off. And I have been looking for like just a nice light throw like this for my bed for when I maybe just watching TV or something. So I went ahead and picked that up. It's normally basically $30 and it is on clearance for $7.50. And I thought that was cute. Came in a lot of different colors, not marked 75% off in the store. It's showing as like $14.99 or $15, something like that. These cute little guys here also not showing 75% off. They're showing as 50% off, but they do ring up, at least in my store, for $3.75. So those were just some clearance things I picked up. There's also a lot of robes that are marked 50% off that do ring up 75% off as well. Some cute socks and things. It just depends on, I guess, what area of the country you live in and what you have left, basically. So those are the two things I decided to treat myself to today. Okay, so the cookies. The cookies, the Shopkick value went up on these to 1,500 kicks, which is now $6 off, plus the 15 scan kicks, which is 6 cents. Now, I decided to go ahead and scan these in my app just to see if anything, there was something I was missing. And a $2 off of $8 CRT came up as attaching to these, and it's for, well, I'll pop an image of it up on the screen. I forget exactly what it's for, but it's like for whatever, snacks and stuff. But apparently this qualifies for it. So you can actually, because this is $7.99 in my store, and it follows the 98% rule. So actually the 2 off of 8 came off on this, which was great. So I picked this up by itself. So it's $7.99. The $2 CRT came off, making it $5.99, and I got $6.06 back on Shopkick, making that a 7-cent moneymaker. I would have, I was thinking about working these into a 10 off of 70, and then since that Shopkick was a limit of 2, I might have still even done that, but I just thought, I was like, wow, that's good. I just did it by itself. So here is the receipt for that. You see it's $7.99. Well Market, that's what it's called. So the 2 off of 8 Well Market came off, and then I used a $5 extra buck, made it 99 cents. And then I got $6.06 back on Shopkick. So it's a 7-cent moneymaker, which I thought was great. So definitely keep an eye out for those in your store if that's something you like or want to donate or take to a party. I don't know. So this is my first 10 off of 70. So I did get percent off coupons on all 3 accounts again this week. 2 of them got a 10 off of 70, and my main account got a $4 off your next purchase CRT. So I thought that was interesting, which was actually like harder to spend than the 10 off of 70 because it makes so many things a good deal that it's like hard to pick. But anyway, this is my first 10 off of 70. So I got some different things this week. The Poise, the Dr. Scholl's were some different things I got in this transaction. So I didn't have any more coupons for the Excedrin. I still had a 2 off digital for the Advil. But I wanted to do that Haleon rebate where if you spend $20, you get the $10 Visa card. And on Excedrin, if you spend $20, you get a $10 extra buck. So that's why I picked those up. The Poise are buy 2 and you get a $7 extra buck. This burn stuff reset when I bought it this morning. It hadn't reset like in the past few days, but it did reset when I bought it this morning, giving you $6 back and you get a $5 extra buck. The Dr. Scholl's is $5 extra buck. And these are really cheap in my store. So let's just start breaking it down. The Dr. Scholl's is $5.79, and you get a $5 extra buck back, making those just 79 cents, which is a great filler item. The CoverGirl is $12.58 for 2 of them in my store, the eyebrow pencils. I use the $3 digital and a $3 printable coupon from coupons.com, makes it $6.58, and you get a $6 extra buck. So not a moneymaker this week, but still a really good filler item. All the meds together are $27.36 because it's $5.49 for the Advil and $7.29 for each Excedrin. I had the $2 digital for the Advil, making it $25.36, and I got the $10 extra buck back, and I'll get a $10 Visa. I couldn't print any more Excedrin coupons. I just, once I printed them last week from the Haleon website, you print 2 prints and they're gone. And I just didn't have any more email addresses to sign up for Haleon coupons with, but I still think it's a pretty good deal. The Poise is $15.18. I had the $2 digital, making it $13.18, and I got the $7 extra buck back, which makes it $6.18 for the 2 of those. And then this burn stuff again. Now this is like in the wound care section. This is not the like sun care one. It's $11.79 in my store, no coupons, so it's $11.79. I got the $5 extra buck back, $6 on Ibotta, and 20 cents for any rebate, that any receipt on Ibotta. So $11.20 back, so that just makes that 59 cents. So everything in the transaction was $72.70, was $62.70 after coupons. I had the 10 off of 70, making it $52.70. I got $49.20 back. Also, I got 2% back on on Ibotta, which was 65 cents. And honestly, I also got 65 cents back for 2% back in extra bucks, which I normally don't count, but it's normally like a cent or 2 cents or whatever. But I thought that was significant enough, and I felt like counting it. So I got $50.50 back total, where I spent out $52.70. So it was $2.20 for all of these items, which I thought was great. So even if I had like one Excedrin coupon, it would have been like 70 cents for all of this, which I thought was fantastic. If you have your $5 Care Pass, then this would be a free transaction and a moneymaker. So here is my receipt for everything: the Dr. Scholl's and the CoverGirl, the Excedrins, the Poise, the burn spray, the Advil, and then you can see there's my $3 paper coupon for the CoverGirl, and then all of my digitals, my 10 off of 70, everything I paid with, left the subtotal at $32.66, which that was all I used all the extra bucks I had, so that's went on my PayPal debit card. So that's how I got the extra 65 cents back from PayPal, and then also 65 cents back in 2% extra bucks. So here is all my extra bucks: the 7 for the, what was that for, Poise, 10 for the Excedrin, 5 for the CoverGirl, 6 for the burn spray, and 5 for the Dr. Scholl's. So on 2 of my accounts today, I got a $4 off a $28 purchase for Colgate. Never seen that. I don't think I've ever had that before. It's usually like 4 off of 20, but I was like, okay, we can make this work. Because honestly, I gave away my last 2 tubes of toothpaste today, so I have 0 toothpaste in my stockpile. Because that's what everybody always seems to want. So I mixed together the spend 20 and get a $10 extra buck, and the spend 10 and get a $5 extra buck. I did this at self-checkout in a specific order, so we can go over that. So the 2 items that give you the $10 extra buck is $11.29 for this guy here and $8.99 for this big one down here. And then I picked up 2 Colgate total at $5.29 a piece. These 2 will give you the $5 extra buck for spending 10. So everything together is $30.86. I had the 4 off 28. I had the 5 off 3. So the 5 off 3 attaches to these 3 here. It also attaches to this one, which is why we have to be careful. But it attaches to these 3 here. And then the $4 digital that we got attaches to the Optic White, which makes it $17.86. And then on Fetch this morning, I actually have $1 back when you spend 10 on Colgate. It's a limit of 1. I haven't seen a Colgate rebate on Fetch in a while, so definitely check for that. So when I checked out, I left my balance at $10. I only used like a $7 extra buck to pay, so my balance was $10.86. So I'll get $1 back from Fetch, making it $16.86, and then I got $15 back in extra bucks, making it just $1.86. So here is my receipt for all of the items. So when I went to self-checkout, I scanned my CVS card, and then I scanned this item and hit finish and pay, and then the $4 digital attached to that. Then I hit scan more items, and I scanned these 3, and then the $5 digital attached to those. No problems. And then there's the 4 off of 28, so I left my balance purposely at over $10 because there's no tax on toothpaste. So if you don't pay it down to 0, you're not paying like additional, tax or anything like that. So it's just $10.86. And then when I submitted it to Fetch, it picked up on these 3 toothpaste, but not that one. So I just had to correct my receipt. So I should get that $1 back from Fetch as well. And there's my 10 and my 5. So it should be $1.86 for all of those. So my other 10 off of 70 that I got this week, I decided to do this transaction, which wasn't free, but I thought it worked out well because I wanted all of these Schick products. Because I'm actually running low on razors again. So there's 2 different Schick deals going on this week. I think it's buy 2 and you get a $10 extra buck. Buy any one cartridge and you get a $5 extra buck. I decided this I didn't pick up last week. I was joking about how I don't need any like prenatal or postnatal stuff because I'm too old to have kids. But I just needed a filler item, so I picked it up. I think there's something wrong with it though. It like doesn't even move. It's like one congealed lump now. So I think maybe I should just throw it away instead of donating it, but I'm not sure. Then this is a separate Ibotta account and a separate CVS account. So I did that deal again. Trusty CoverGirl and the Scholl's. So the Centrum was $4.94. No coupons makes it $4.94, but I did get $3 back on Ibotta, making that a good filler item. Again, the Dr. Scholl's is $5.79. You get a $5 extra buck back. The CoverGirl, 2 of them is $12.58 because they're $6.29 a piece in my store. I used $3 digital and a $3 paper coupon, making it $6.58, and got the $6 extra buck back. The Burn Care is $11.79, no coupons, so I got $5 in extra bucks and $6 on Ibotta. I'm waiting for that to come through as well as the other Ibotta one because the 20% off does take, not 20% off, 2% back does take a while to process. So if they're back by the time I make this video, then I will put them up on the screen. The Schick refill is $11.79. We have a $3 digital that works on that. It also works on these, so I had to use $3 printable coupons from coupons.com for this whole deal as well. But let's just say the $3 digital came off on the refill, making it $8.79, and you get a $5 extra buck back. And then these 2 razors are $11.79 a piece in my store, so 2 will cost you $23.58. I used 2 printable coupons, which came off just fine at self-checkout, making it $17.58, and you get your $10 extra buck back. So that takes up a pretty big chunk of your 10 off of 70, but I thought this made a nice little transaction here. So everything was $70.47. After coupons, it was $55.47. I got 10 off of 70, making it $45.47. I got $40 back between Ibotta and extra bucks, and then I'll get 2% back when I bought it for 51 cents. And again, I had a large out of pocket because I didn't have that many extra bucks back, so I'll also get 2%. I got 2% back in extra bucks, which is another 51 cents, making it $41.02 I got back, making this one a cost of $4.45. So again, if this is your Care Pass week, completely free transaction for you. So here is my receipt. I got the Centrum, the Dr. Scholl's, my CoverGirl, all my Schick. So you can see the 3 paper coupons that I scanned was a CoverGirl and 2 Schick ones. Then there's my digital CoverGirl, my digital Schick, my 10 off of 70, all the extra bucks I had. So I paid the subtotal $25.67 on my PayPal debit card, which is like where I put all my Ibotta money at and just rotate it around. And then here is all of my extra bucks. The 5 for the Dr. Scholl's, or probably the Dr. No, yes, and then the 5 for the Burn Care. The 6 for the, what was that one? CoverGirl. Another 5, which would have been like the Schick refill probably, and then the 10 for buying the 2 Schick razors. Last but not least, this is my main account where I got the $4 off of your next purchase. And this was the only thing I did on my main account. And I went around thinking all kinds of things of what to do, but I have a really hard time resisting Moneymaker Aveeno. So that's what I ended up going with. So these 2 products, the deal is if you spend $25, you get the $10 extra buck. So it's $9.99 for the face wash and $15.99 for the face moisturizer. So it's $25.98. I had a 5 off 20 CRT for the Aveeno products. I had the $5 digital for the moisturizer, the $4 off my next purchase CRT, the $3 for the face wash, making it $8.98. And then I got my $10 extra buck back, so it makes it $1.02 moneymaker for the Aveeno, and I just can't pass that up. So here is my receipt for everything, and you can see everything coming off. The 5 for the Aveeno moisturizer, the 3 for the face wash, the 5 off of 20, the 4 off your next purchase, paid with $8 in extra bucks, paying myself total 98 cents. And then I got my $10 extra buck back. So yeah, that 4, I mean, you could use that in any number of ways this week if you really wanted to. I mean, heck, you could if you just picked up one of these, it's only 79 cents to begin with. So if you use the $4 off on that, that would be like a $3.21 moneymaker. You could get Moneymaker makeup. If you this Colgate transaction, you could put it in there because those $4 off any purchase, they play so well with the the purchase-based coupons. They don't affect those. So, I mean, you could have Moneymaker Colgate. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.